Ever feel like your cat's trying to tell you something but you just can't figure it out? Here's the thing. Cats are always communicating. They just do it in their own way. And if we're not paying attention, we might miss something important. Hi there, and welcome to FurryNest, your cozy corner for all things cat care and behavior. If you love your furry friend and want to understand them better, hit that subscribe button and join the FurryNest family. Today, we're talking about 10 signs your cat is begging you to notice. Some of these might look cute, funny, or even a little annoying, but they could be telling you something serious. Let's dive in and find out what your cat's really trying to say. It's easy to overlook small changes in our pets. Life gets busy, but when it comes to cats, tiny signals can mean big things. Picture this. Your cat starts meowing more than usual. You brush it off as just being vocal. But what if it's actually a cry for help? I've been there myself. I once ignored my cat's odd behavior until it turned out he had a painful tooth infection. I felt awful for not noticing sooner. That's why this matters. When we understand what our cats are trying to say, we can help them feel better, stay healthier, and build a stronger bond. Let's go through the signs. One by one. All right, here are 10 signs your cat is trying to tell you something important, and why you really need to pay attention. 1. Sudden changes in meowing. Has your cat started meowing way more than usual? Or suddenly gone totally quiet? That's not just random cat talk. A sudden change in how your cat vocalizes could be a cry for help. Cats are usually creatures of habit. So when their meows change, whether it's the tone, frequency, or volume, something is definitely going on. If your typically silent kitty becomes super chatty, it might be their way of saying, "Hey, something's not right." This could mean pain, stress, confusion, or loneliness. On the flip side, a normally vocal cat going silent might be feeling weak, sick, or depressed. For example, cats suffering from thyroid issues or kidney disease often vocalize more. Painful conditions like arthritis might make your cat grumble more or less, depending on how they process discomfort. Don't just think, "Oh, they're being weird today." Watch closely. Changes in meowing are one of the first clues your cat might be trying to tell you something's wrong. 2. Excessive grooming or bald spots. Cats groom a lot, that's no surprise, but grooming the same spot over and over again? That's a sign to take seriously. When your cat starts licking themselves so much that they get bald patches or the skin looks irritated, it usually means they're feeling some kind of discomfort. It could be physical, like fleas, allergies, or dry skin, or it might be emotional, like stress or anxiety. And here's the twist. Cats often use grooming as a way to self-soothe. It's their version of comfort food or nail biting. If they're anxious or bored, grooming helps them feel calm and in control. Take a close look at the area they're focused on. Are there scabs, redness, or signs of irritation? Or is it just fur missing with no clear reason? Either way, it's worth talking to your vet. Ignoring this behavior could lead to serious skin issues or even infection. Plus, it's often a sign your cat needs more attention, enrichment, or a medical checkup. 3. Knocking things over. You've probably watched your cat slowly push your pen, cup, or even phone off the table with that mischievous paw. It's funny, until it becomes a habit. Believe it or not, your cat isn't always just being naughty. When they keep knocking things off surfaces, it's often a sign of boredom, or a desperate cry for your attention. Cats are smart. They know what gets your reaction. And what better way to say, "Look at me," than launching your favorite mug off the kitchen counter? This behavior can also be linked to a lack of stimulation. Your cat might be craving more playtime, interactive toys, or mental challenges. Try rotating different toys every few days, using treat dispensing puzzles, or simply giving them 10 to 15 minutes of focused playtime a couple of times a day. You'll notice a big difference, because when your cat feels mentally satisfied, they're less likely to go on a tabletop destruction spree. 4. Hiding more than usual. Cats love cozy hideouts, that's normal. But when your usually social cat starts disappearing more often or staying hidden for long periods, it's a clear signal. Hiding is often your cat's way of coping with fear, pain, or stress. It's a survival instinct. In the wild, injured or scared cats hide to protect themselves. So if your outgoing kitty suddenly prefers the closet over the couch, it could mean they're feeling sick, scared, or overwhelmed. Maybe there's a new pet in the house, loud construction noise nearby, or even changes in your own routine. Cats are sensitive creatures, and little disruptions can make a big impact. If this behavior lasts more than a day or two, or you notice other changes like not eating or using the litter box, it's time to consult your vet. Early detection can prevent serious issues. 5. Random zoomies or nighttime chaos. Ever been peacefully sleeping, only to be woken up by your cat tearing through the hallway like they're on a mission? Those random bursts of energy, often called zoomies, are common, but when it's happening frequently, especially late at night, it might be a sign your cat isn't getting enough activity during the day. Indoor cats especially need more stimulation. Without toys, playtime, or ways to burn off energy, they tend to go wild when everything's finally quiet, which is usually when you're asleep. Give your cat more chances to play throughout the day. Try wand toys, laser pointers, or even treat hunts. Use feeding puzzles during mealtime to engage their brain and body. Tiring them out a bit before bedtime can also help prevent 3 a.m. madness. Trust us, your sleep schedule will thank you. 6. Not using the litter box. When your cat suddenly stops using the litter box, it's not them being spiteful. It's a clear message. Cats are very clean creatures. If they stop using their usual spot, something's off. It could be medical, like a urinary tract infection, bladder stones, or constipation. These can make going to the bathroom painful, and your cat might start avoiding the litter box altogether. It could also be emotional. Maybe they're stressed out by a new pet, a move, or even a dirty litter box. Make sure the litter box is clean, easily accessible, and placed in a quiet area. Try changing the litter type or adding another box in a different spot. If the problem continues, get a vet checkup. Peeing or pooping outside the box is a classic cry for help in the cat world. 7. Staring at you or following you constantly. Ever feel like your cat is low-key stalking you around the house? That behavior can be really sweet, but it's also your cat's way of saying they need something. Maybe they're hungry, bored, or just want some love. Some cats follow their humans around for security, especially if they're feeling uncertain or anxious. Other times, staring or following can be a sign of a deeper bond. Your cat feels safe with you, and being nearby helps them feel calm. But if this behavior suddenly increases, especially if paired with vocalizing, it could also mean they're unwell or trying to get your attention for something more serious. Watch the full pattern and behavior to get clues on what they're really asking for. 8. Changes in appetite. One of the biggest indicators of your cat's health? How much they're eating. A cat who suddenly eats way more than usual might have a medical issue like diabetes or hyperthyroidism. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite could point to dental problems, infections, or even depression. Cats are creatures of habit. Any change in how they eat, whether they're scarfing down food too fast, avoiding meals completely, or acting picky out of nowhere, is a sign to investigate. Also, make sure their food and bowls are in a quiet, clean area. Sometimes cats avoid eating just because they don't feel safe or comfortable during mealtime. Keep an eye out for vomiting, weight loss, or changes in energy. And always consult a vet if you're concerned. 9. Tail flicking and ears back. When it comes to cat communication, body language is everything. If your cat's tail is flicking, their ears are pinned back, or their body looks stiff and tense, they're not in a good mood. They might be scared, angry, or overstimulated. Some cats do this when they're touched too much or when they've had enough play. Ignoring these signs often leads to scratches or bites. It's their way of saying, "That's enough, I need some space." Learning your cat's signals helps build trust. Respect their mood swings just like you would with a person. 10. Sudden aggression or clinginess. A cat that suddenly turns clingy or aggressive isn't just being dramatic. Something's up. If your independent cat suddenly won't leave your side, they might be scared, sick, or picking up on changes in the environment. New pets, loud noises, or even you being away more than usual can make cats seek extra comfort. On the other hand, a sweet, calm cat becoming aggressive might be in pain, irritated, or dealing with anxiety. Watch for triggers. Do they lash out when you touch a certain area or after a certain event? Both extremes, too clingy or too angry, mean your cat is trying to tell you something. Pay attention to what's changed around them and in their routine. Pro tips and expert advice. Now, here are a few extra tips to really help you tune into your cat's signals. Look for patterns. Don't focus on just one behavior. If your cat is hiding and not eating, it's more serious than just hiding alone. Talk to your vet early. A lot of health issues can be managed early if you catch the signs in time. Don't wait too long. Use enrichment toys. Simple food puzzles or feather toys can reduce stress and boredom. They're affordable and super helpful. Set a routine. Cats love consistency. Feeding, playtime, and even cuddle time at the same hours can make them feel safe and calm. Know their personality. Every cat is different. What's normal for one might be unusual for another. Learn your cat's habits so you can spot changes fast. So, which of these signs have you seen in your cat? Did any surprise you? Let's chat in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if this video helped you see your kitty in a new light, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to FurryNest. We've got tons of helpful tips, fun facts, and expert-backed advice, all made for cat lovers like you. And hey, want to know even more about how your cat shows love? Check out our next video on 10 things cats do only for their favorite human. Thanks for watching, and give your kitty a big cuddle from us.